G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today I'm reviewing Soneva Jani in the Maldives.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm hungry.
So this is quite cool. So I'm transferring between resorts in Maldives. I've just got off the boat transfer from the Anantara Diku resort to Mali airport, and the docks are like just out the front, like 10 meters outside the front of the airport. At which point they literally like handballed me straight to the Soneva Jani staff who were waiting there for me, because that's the next resort I'm going to, who've then taken me into the airport, checked in my luggage for the seaplane trip, and then put me in a killer Tesla. I'm just hanging out in the aircon while they finish the details, and then they're going to take me to the lounge. So it's so smooth. It's really good how they've organised it here, so that you just basically go from one to the other. And I didn't realise it was such a thing that people did, but I spoke to a couple of people in the last resort and they were like, yeah, we're going to another resort after this as well. And it's all kind of organised behind the scenes without you really having to do anything. So I was super stressed about that before we came, but unnecessarily, as it turns out. Which I'm kind of glad about, to be honest, because Mali Airport, from what I can see, is a bit of a hole.
So if you've ever seen the Soneva Jani before, or even if you've just seen pictures of the Maldives, you probably recognise behind me the villa you can see with the slippery dip coming out the side. It's quite a famous site, one of the intoxicating sites. So when I first thought I'm going to come and explore and review the Maldives, that was the place that popped into my mind. You know, I just seen the photos of that and just going, wow, that looks amazing. And I can't believe I'm actually here. I can't believe I'm actually here. So in this video, I'm going to take you on as much of a tour as I possibly can. The place is massive and I'm not exactly sure how this is going to unfold. But I have been kind of across the island all the way to, it goes to right over there. I'm on the south wharf at the moment, and there's a north wharf. I think they call them jetties. And then this south jetty is where I'm staying, which is where these villas are. These are the new ones. These were built in 2020, and the ones on the other side were built in 2016. And I'll take you through the differences between them and the different sides of kind of like north and south. But they've got kind of all these facilities on the south side and all these facilities on the north side, so they're kind of close to you no matter which way you are. but you obviously just go between them. Everyone gets a bike. I've got my little e-bike over here that doesn't seem to do much electricity stuff. It just seems to be pedal power to me, but anyway, maybe it's helping, I can't tell. And yeah, so we'll just jump into it and hopefully it all works out. It's a little bit windy. We just had a storm come through. The Maldivian weather definitely kind of comes and goes in sudden bursts but it seems pretty nice at the moment. There's a bit of wind, so hopefully it all comes through on the mic, and I'll take you on a tour and then I'll show you the incredible room. All right, let's see, let's go. So this is where I disembarked. So the seaplane drops you off over there somewhere. It's really expensive, the seaplanes, but you get here, and they transfer you on a boat, you get up here, and that's kind of your first experience when you get on. Now, if you go into the north side of the island, they just take you there, they split you up. So you land here, they greet you with, you know, little staff saying hello and welcome and all this kind of stuff, and give you some towels and a coconut, and off she goes. Now, these are the full-on villas, the ones over here. So some of these are 4. I think that one there is 5 bedrooms. This is the one that Justin Bieber likes, I'm told. It's got a sauna and a steam room, and obviously the slide and a pool, and up to 5 bedrooms in it. So that's massive. This one over here, I think as well, is another one of the primo ones. You can see it's all facing sunset side. The sun literally sets just there, and that's going to give you a cinema room in there apparently. Although I'll show you later on, they've got an actual outdoor cinema, which is incredible. So as is the way with a lot of these places, there's a sunrise and a sunset side to be on. So these ones at the end here are kind of like the best of the best. And you got all these ones down this side, which is sunset, and all these are ones on the other side, which is sunrise. I have seen both sunrise and sunset while I've been here. They are both spectacular, but obviously one you have to be awake for. So a lot of the focus here is on wellness, sustainability, and they've got a policy here: no news, no shoes. So basically, just turning off the world completely and just chilling. Now the reality is, they still have internet everywhere, and it works pretty well. So you're never that far away. There is a TV in your room. You can connect to the outside world. It's not like it's enforced or anything. But I tell you, I don't know if I was a believer or not in the whole concept of, I'm just trying to get my mind around wellness and what it means and how do you actually distinguish it as a thing. And I got to admit, just being here with the colours of the water, the colours of the whitewash in the rooms, and the natural light and the breeze and the sounds, I'm getting it, you know. It's just really, I've never felt so instantly relaxed just being in a place as I have here. Now this curvature here in the road is deliberate. It's to kind of create this sense of like just meandering and wandering and not being worried about time and just kind of cruising. And what's amazing is that everything you can see basically is recycled wood, and you know, this is driftwood down here. I'll go into this in some detail during this review, but the attention to detail everywhere and the premium quality of the finishes everywhere, the solar panels, the recycling they do of all the food stuffs, the growing, the wastewater, everything that they do is just effort. So yeah. So anyway, on the south side here, and obviously I'm going to show you on a big tour of one of these villas in a sec. You basically got the newer models of their villa. So the villas are the same kind of concept on both the north side and the south side, but the south side being built 4 years later, they basically were able to adapt in a lot of the feedback into their design. So for example, on the north side it's all saltwater pools, and over here they're all freshwater pools. Over the north side, the deck comes second and the pool comes first, so you step into the pool basically out the doors, whereas here it's the other way around. So there's a little differences like that. And also over here the water's a lot more brackish and shallower, more tidal, and they described it to me as like it's still kind of bouncing back from the construction a little bit, whereas on the north side it's deeper, it's more pristine looking, and is less affected by tide, so you've got deeper water. And it's closer to where the excursions leave, and the tennis courts and stuff like that. So basically the south side's a bit more for people who want to just be in their villa and relax and chill out and just, you know, make the most of the landscape from that perspective, whereas the north side's a bit more for people who want to get really adventurous, be snorkeling all the time, do the excursions, be on the beach. It's a little bit different like that. So that's kind of the way I described it. So you see that big white thing over there? That's a cinema screen. It's on the level. This one here actually is fully accessible. So that's the accessible one. Now once you get into the jungle here, it's going to be really interesting to see how this tour unfolds. There's a lot of wildlife on this atoll. So you'll see lizards, hens, water hens, which is the national bird, national animal, I think. Stacks of crabs everywhere. And obviously when you look over the water's edge, there's a little hen. You look over the water's edge, you see, like, you know, I've seen big shovel-nosed sharks and black teeth sharks and huge stingrays and stacks of massive fish. You can just go jumping off snorkeling wherever you want. Snorkels are provided for free. You got these signs over here. Ooh. And as I go through this tour, I'm going to get lost, I guarantee it, because these signs are very confusing at times. In fact, I'll show you here, for example. It's got me last night. Down at this end, it's so thick, by the way. You can see how thick everything is, like the jungle. You know, it's so dense. You don't know, you can't see through to anything. So here, oh no, sorry, I just read it wrong last night. Sorry. I thought it pointed you that way, and then sends you that way, like straight away again. It's supposed to just sending you this way, but yeah, it's easy to get lost, that's for sure. You need a couple of days just to get your mind around it. I'll take you down here. So they got these kind of like, I can barely bring myself to be critical of this place because they've just done such a fantastic job of just providing absolute ultra luxury with this really recycled rustic vibe. So it's really, I love it. She's right on point for me. But if you're someone who's right into like this super high-end gloss, butlers at every call, you've got your barefoot helper here, but they're not like just waiting on you for every 10 seconds. You know, they're still there for you. It still might be like 15 minutes or something before they get back to you, as opposed to 15 seconds some of the other places. Well, let's go have a look at the crab shack. So there we go. That's the crab shack. Really beautiful spot. Done a great job there. And yeah, I really like the way they've done that kind of food hall there with all the snacks. It definitely leaves it open for people being able to just get the breakfast and dinner package and skip lunch, because you're going to eat a lot of breakfast and you're going to eat a lot of dinner, right? And just be able to just graze basically. And it's such a good selection. And I'm really happy that they've got that attitude of just like not trying to extort you necessarily by forcing you to have to buy lunch, or at the prices that they are here in the Maldives. So down there you got the director's cut where I had dinner last night. Let's go down and have a look at that, because that was really impressive. And the cinema Paradiso, and there's the Orori grill, which is also part of the Japanese. I see these cool little things here, the hedgehogs. They're for wiping sand off, right? So cool. I'm walking from my house. So let's go have a look in there from last night. All right, still with me? Okay, let's go. Now, money. So, well, there goes another staff member. It goes without saying, the staff are amazing. Very, very chilled out vibe with the staff here. Like, they're really friendly, happy to have a chat. It's not like they're on high alert because they're serving like 6-star people the whole entire time. It's all about the chill vibe here. I think, yeah, like as I was saying before, if you're someone who's expecting like nuts over the top kind of hospitality and people on demand and all that kind of stuff, you might be a little bit disappointed. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the hospitality, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the turnaround times, in my opinion. But some people have a high demand when they're paying this much money. But the reality here is at this place, it's all about just staying chill. So that's something to keep in mind. All the staff have been super amazing. So I'm probably gonna miss bits on this tour because I'm just not gonna find them. But I definitely want to take you down to the Den, which could very well be the best kids club I've ever seen. So let's go have a look at the Den. there's the beach villas. So there's not too many beach villas. I think she said there's 7 or 8 beach villas. And then all the rest is over the ocean, over the water villas, of which I think there was about 60 villas all up. So about more than 50 of them are over water. But for the size of the island, which is 5.7 kilometres long, that's not many people, realistically. You know, it's you don't really see that many people so far. You know, you get dinners and lunch, breakfast, but you know, look, we've been riding down this path for quite a while now, and I think all we're past is staff. It's like 385 square crab. There we go, found someone almost crashed straight into them. I like the fact that there's the bike. Like you don't have to get the bike, you can just get buggies if you want, that's not a problem. They'll just come pick you up, take you wherever you want to. You can also get boats, just to get a boat across to from north side to south side if you want. It's the quickest way. But I like being able to ride. It's just not only is it fun and relaxing, but it just gives you a bit of exercise, which is good in front of the buffets. All right, up there's the spa. Let's go have a look at that. Yeah, so pretty impressive up there. And as you can see, it's wellness is a big part of what they're doing here. I've seen a lot of people up there kind of using the yoga. There's kind of lots of cool places you can just chill. And they've done such a fantastic job building it into the landscape and just poking you above the trees. It's, I think it's one of those water hens. So yeah, I think they've done a really awesome job capturing a space there that's just going to be relaxing. And when you immerse yourself in everything else they're doing in terms of the wellness and in terms of the recycling, sustainability, and this beautiful landscape, it's very cool. All right, let's see if I can find the rest of the cool facilities, and then we'll eventually end up on that north jetty. Theoretically. Visit again. There's big wasp. There's all the staff quarters are down here somewhere as well. It's where I ended up yesterday. I went the wrong direction. Ended up in the staff quarters. There's a football. There's a tennis court. There's a paddle court, basketball court, table tennis. I saw a little table tennis booth. There's a full-size football court. There's a lake in the middle of this island somewhere, I noticed. There's a huge vegetable garden where they grow all their own stuff. One of the big things for them is knowing where all the food came from. So it's all, you know, they don't want to serve anything they don't know where it came from. And it's been really interesting tasting it and just having that, you know, you do notice a difference. And it's all kind of organic and built for yourself. Like I'm not one of those type of guys in general, but you do notice the difference. They had some really interesting theory with water, where they filter their water through crystals and then pump music into the water at the same time. The theory that the vibrations from the music kind of move the crystals in different ways and filter the water out, which is just, I don't know, a bit mad scientist, but I dig it. It's actually like a really interesting concept. I mean, it tastes like water to me, but so the turtles lay on the beaches here. I haven't seen one myself, but apparently I'm in the right season for it. You know, she said it was June to September is the go. I'm in rainy season right now. We had a little squall, but otherwise the weather's just been immaculate. The sunset and sunrise, two of the best I've ever seen. And yeah, the food quality has been unreal, staff's been unreal. And as you'll see in a sec, that villa is to die for. There's the North Jetty and the tennis court. And that's the way down to the organic garden. I'll quickly show you the organic garden. Oh, and that's so wild. That's like a little, there's all these little kind of restaurants. There's tiny little eateries around, which are kind of super rustic, super basic, like just built out of recycled materials. So you see one over in the corner there. But you can come and do a tour here. This is all the kind of their garden set up. And you've got Michelin chefs as well, just to add to that luxury. Apparently they have like celebrities here reasonably regularly that you can kind of meet up with, astronomers, authors, the chefs, Justin Bieber apparently. I'm not feeling he didn't do a concert though. Alright, this is what I was trying to find last night, I just could not find it. Yeah, so obviously the den should have tipped you off, but it caters to kids so well. The den's amazing, there's the jungle gym, there's all that kind of equipment I was telling you about. You can access like your paddle boards, all your non-motorised water activities basically you can just do as complimentary, which is great, so it should be. And if you want to spend up, you can do jet skis, and you can even do that one where the water jet pushes you into the air and you kind of like got a jetpack basically. But then that Cinema Paradiso as well with the kids, the movie they had, what did they have on there last night? Was it Moana? And all the kids kind of get headsets so they can just sit there and watch the movie without you hearing anything, and then you can just be there with your partner having a chat and a really lovely dinner. So stuff like that, lovely little touches. Little entryways to and from the beach. Definitely bring some booties if you're going to go out there. That reef is sharp. Okay, can't believe we're still riding. I don't have the kids with me. It would be such an amazing experience here, especially with the villa. Just hanging out with the kids and just watching them just make the most of this slice of paradise and all the adventure it has to offer, none of which involves a screen, except the cinema, I guess. So the water sports club is down one of these alleyways here. It's kind of where the best bit of the beach is. They do stuff on the beach as well. They were telling me they have like, I think it was a disco night, maybe a dance night, or it's not too heavy on the activities like other resorts. It's actually a bit of a case of just find your own adventure rather than here's the things happening every hour for the rest of the time you're here. There you go. Found it. Yeah, there's that beach for you. Look at that. So you can just swim out obviously the swings here. That is something else. Do wish there was some surfing to be had here, but they certainly suggest you don't. They're pretty worried that you'll get destroyed by reef. Table tennis championship. Yeah, so it's all here for you if you want it, but it's definitely not one of those places where you kind of go and bounce from thing to thing to thing. There are kind of cool activities, like obviously like there was a sunset dolphin thing last night. That's the kind of the bigger beach there. So this is pretty active yesterday. There's quite a wind up to this morning, which I think will die down. Okay, let's go up to the gathering. So I'm not sure if you can sense it, but obviously a lot bouncier on this side, and that's kind of what I was saying about it being the older of the two, just a little bit more affected by age and salt. There's a bit more freedom with the water here, so you've got obviously all this around you. It's a lot deeper. It's a lot bumpier. And up here we've got the gathering, which they're telling me is one of the biggest buildings in the whole of the Maldives. You can probably kind of tell from the way it's all designed, like that roof of the crab shack that was all filled with leftover clippings from these walls here. They turn them into the roofs, the rooms. So apparently the Southeast Asians, or the Chinese and that, love this side more than the south side, and it's no other reason than the fact that this is the side that got flooded on social media over in those countries. There's a lot of Russians apparently as well, and Europeans that prefer the south side, and hopefully more and more Australians as well. One of the interesting things that they do is they include washing. So it's complimentary washing. You can fill a basket up with your clothes and they'll wash them for you. And it's complimentary in inverted commas in that you spend $10 on it, but they give the $10 to a charity that goes around and cleans up all the ocean from plastic bottles and so forth. So it's not complimentary as such, but you're paying to support a pretty worthwhile charity, and it's really not that expensive. That'll be $10 US. This is a little bit of an observatory. You can go here, astronomy does talks. They've got the biggest telescope in the Maldives here apparently, and you can make the most of the stars like I did last night. Here's the gathering, which has a separate little jetty here with a water slide and swing and a hammock and everything for people who have to check out, don't have to leave for a while, so they can still do the cool stuff. Alright, we're going to go in here and have breakfast. I'll just quickly show you what to expect from further up here. Obviously more villas all the way to the end, and you can probably see from the design it's just a little bit more, it's not as new, but all the same kind of shape and size and scale, and the slides and everything. And the water, as you can see, is just a little less brackish. Clean. And the jetty out there as well, that is where you arrive if you come to the north end. A couple of shops. So, everything you could possibly dream of, really. Made it. Let's go have some breakfast. Okay, so here we are at the gathering. Taking a little quick tour inside. It's got a couple of little shops and so forth. It's an unbelievable building. It's just incredible with the scale, all whitewashed. You got your same as on the other side of the island. You got the Chocotarium, and goes up further. You've got Asian corner over here. All these types of food. It's not a traditional buffet really. There's buffet option, and you can grab all this stuff from the buffet. But for the most part, it's just like you order, kind of a la carte style. A fair few options. Baked beans, chicken curry, I won't show you them all. There's plenty of opportunity there for some tasty meals. You can order anything you want as well, so they can cook it direct. Another upstairs area up there is so you can eat in a super cool room. And then you go over here, you've got French toast and crepes and so forth. Oops, sorry mate.
Your food is on your table.
Ah, perfect, thank you. And then through here, all your bakery goods. Look at that. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Spectacular. Cheeses, cold meats. What a selection. Little bridge up there. So you can access it from the upstairs or the downstairs. Kids can have a swim out there, go on the slippery dip if you want. Huge high roof, and then these unbelievably plush places to sit. The cutlery quality as well is just really high. Like the plates are amazing. Never thought I'd care about that kind of thing, but and then look at this space down here, and all these amazing juices that they make down there, all fresh, everything's fresh. And then beautiful, incredible space. With these sunken lounges sitting over there, you can have your breakfast at a sunken lounge. It's amazing. Big dining table, look at these chairs. It's just so impressive. And there's a big breeze coming through here that you obviously won't be able to feel on camera. There's also all these outdoor lounges that you can go to out there. You can sit out in the sun if you want to. And lounges up here, just relaxation places everywhere. Just. And which way you turn, there's somewhere to chill. So I just randomly ordered some things and I've ended up with a bit of a feast here. Look at that. Better get started. You ain't bad. So I'm about halfway down the jetty here. This island's 5 kilometres long. And down here, number 91. This is my pad. It's pretty sweet. So I could go into a long conversation here about what they've done with the sustainability options here. This is my pushy. It's an e-bike actually. And the way that they've used is like basically driftwood, recycled timbers, recycled glass and plastic. It's really quite incredible to create all the finishes in here. You wouldn't know it because everything is just immaculate and just so well thought out and just so lovely. All these little door handles and everything are made out of tin cans. And this is all kind of just recycled wood. Everything's recycled, yet everything's just got this incredible little finish to it. Okay, well where to start? So this is just the foyer. I'll take you up there in a sec because that's unreal. Got a little bathroom over here, shared bathroom, a little peephole down to the stingrays and so forth. And the stair storage there, there's so much space. I cannot believe how much space are in here for effectively 2 people. Although you can fit baby cots and stuff. One of multiple sun lounges, a dining table for 4 with a full underwater view. Look at this place, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Wait till you see some of the stuff I'll show you in a sec, hold your breath. Okay, down here we have the office. It was described to me as the best office in the world, and I agree, it is. You can see what they've done here with this kind of like, the finishes, everything's got this kind of really rough feel to it, like in a really good way. Incredible cushions, incredible sofas, just extras everywhere. There's detail everywhere you look. There's something just special. What's this? I don't even know what this is. It's got a hinge on it. Like that's how you get to your fan settings. Lots of little finishes like that, little holes. A full kitchen, because that's what you need. Access to the world. With a wine cellar, booze, full-size fridge. Thank you very much. But they've got everything in the entire island is like either homemade or they know exactly where it's come from. So it's all homemade juices. All that stuff's complimentary. The drinks and the chocolates are complimentary. They make all their own chocolates here. And coffee machines, like just how much stuff do you want? Like it's all stocked. It's incredible. Now have a look at this. All right, this is the master palace. if you don't mind. It's something else. And I'll show you a bit more in this room in a second. I don't want to wreck it. So make sure you hang around because there's some special stuff in here that I did not expect and blew my mind. So like, I'm not even going to go into the amount of space there is in here. It's because it should be self-evident. I don't even know what this space is for, other than to just hang. In here, we have a dressing room, which is the size of my bedroom back home, with all the amenities you could possibly wish for. Makeup space, just the works. That leads back into, I should show you that leads into the bathroom. So in here you can see this beautiful handle, look at it. I'm so impressed by the design. It's just beautiful, everything's beautiful. And if you're not into a rustic thing, if rustic's not your go, if you want super pristine, polished, modern, I guess maybe you'd be disappointed slightly. But for me, someone who just really appreciates the sustainability side of what they've done here, but also just the quality of the workmanship and just the fact that there's clearly been thought into everything that they've done. Like nothing's just off the cuff. I'm just blown away. Look at that. Look at that. Belt holding it up, that's unreal. So yeah, needless to say, stacks of space. Here's a little, I don't know, like his and hers basin with just a hangout pad, I guess. Think of a few things you could use that for, to be honest. And towels, look at this. It's all recycled metal, and it looks superb. Now, it just keeps going, this place. So how do I get out of here? Oop, wrong door. Wrong door. Okay. So out here, there's an outside bath with a few little jets in it. A little private swimming spot over here, so you obviously can't see anybody. You're completely alone here. An outdoor shower, and then an indoor shower. Best of both worlds. And we walk through here to this humongous deck, which has another little entry point. And a stunning pool, look at that. It's like I said, like this is a swing, like just super plush, lots of shade. I don't know why you need, what is it, that many seats for what's effectively going to be 2 people, but I'm digging it. Massive infinity pool, like you can do laps in that. 1.2, the hammock over the water, for extra luxe. And I love this little spot down here. This is the spot that makes me wish that all my mates were here. Imagine just sitting around that. And this is a sunset facing villa too. So sunset's down and you're just hanging out here, having a few bevies. Kids are coming down the water slide. It doesn't get any better. I'm just so impressed. How could you not be impressed? And then if we go up here, these incredible stairs, again, got a real feel of like crate or something about them. The rope along the side, little porthole windows. And you get up the top here, and there's your water slide. Now that wasn't enough. There's a whole hangout lounge spot up here. Right, now I said there are lots of little cool details here, like your lights and fans and stuff like that. There are all these cool little buttons. But the most impressive thing is over here. I said there's a couple of things to wait for. So the first is, you might be realizing there's absolutely no TV here. So that's a bit of a bummer. Or is it? Because in here, how's that? There's your TV, right there. Should you not want to look at that, you can look at that. It's got Apple TV box running off it, so all your apps are there, Netflix, everything you want. And if you thought that was cool, check out in here. This blew my mind. These cool little rustic buttons. You press that and all of a sudden, hello. How awesome is that? From right above the bed. Obviously you wouldn't want to leave that open during a rainstorm, but that is looking at the stars at night. Absolutely phenomenal. I think it goes without saying, the attention to detail in this place and just the love and craft and in the design and the sheer opulence and scale of it is beyond anything that I've experienced before, and is reason alone to put Soneva Jani in your bucket list. Now, time to hit that slide. So there we go, guys. That's my review and tour of Soneva Jani. One of the most spectacular resorts I've ever been in, one of the most spectacular in the world, I dare say. I've got nothing but positives to say about this place. As long as you're into the chilled out vibe and everything being a little bit rustic, but in no way do I use that term suggesting it's in any way or shape or form not just beautiful and luxurious. It's just the attention to detail here and the ethic around what they've built and why they built it and why they put in place all the things that they've put in place. It's just to be admired. And I think if you're down with that thought pattern and you come here, you're just going to be as blown away as I was. So even though there's a bit of a freak Maldivian storm has just come through behind me right now, this has been nothing but an exceptional experience, from the staff, from the food, to this extraordinary villa and just the location itself. I just wish I had the kids in here. It's such a good place with families, such an amazing place with families. But couples, even solo, it's good. It's well worth it. I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos, and until next time, I'm getting back on the road. You.